Hi guys, it's Melanie again. I decided to do like a little book review kind of thing because I really do like reading and I've been reading a lot lately. So I figured I'd just do a quick one of some of the things that I've been reading and just hands for it here. I'm gonna let you know that a lot of them are World of Warcraft books. Just being honest. Like, only one out of this pile isn't World of Warcraft. So I'll start with that one. But if you have any suggestions, like, I like vampire, werewolf, like fantasy kind of books, things about elves, fae, people. I like romance, horrors, and fantasy. I like the Drizzt series, the Drizzt Do'Urden. I'm probably not pronouncing that name right, but it's by R.A. Salvatore. I really love that book. I believe I've read almost all of them. I think missing only 3 out of all of them that I haven't read. I don't own any of them because I always rented them from the library, but... And I also read the ones with the Assassin Artemis. Like, he gave Artemis his own series. Well, his own trilogy, technically, along with the one Dark Elf, Drax. I can never pronounce his name, but it started with the J, and he had the bald head. Like, the only drow that ever... or Dark Elf, also known as, that ever shaved his head. They had their own little trilogy thing together. And I quite like it. And I believe his son has also come out with his own series. I've only gotten the first one. I am waiting to get the other ones that are coming out. But that's on my bookshelf way over there. It's overcrowded. But the first book I want to talk about is the Christine Feehan's Dark Predator, a Carpathian novel. I'm probably not pronouncing that part right, but it looks like this. And I'm not going to give away, in case somebody wants to read this. I'm not going to give it away or, go through all of it, but I'll just read you. I thought it would tell me some of the other books. There's this one book in here that I love all her Dark Predator books. They're like the only books of hers I read. The only book of hers of the Dark Predators that I did not finish was, where is it? It was, I think, Dark Peril was the only one I haven't finished of hers. So I had to find it, because she has little map, the other books and who's in it, and the slate just is not working for me right here. I mean, it's great for me, it's not great to show you guys any of the prints. So I'm going to move back down to my original spot. Aw, kitty's in his house. Let me see as I move this if I can get a picture of him in his house. See? In his house. This is why I like this spot down here, because I get a lot of light, but not too much. Because that was right by the window, but this is what the maps look like. This book was, well, 20% off or 10% off depending upon your membership, but it was $26.95 regular price. And I'll just read you the inside cover, and this is honestly one of my favorite books by her because Zachary Stella Cruz was my favorite character of all of hers. Because each book basically can stand on its own. It blends in with the others, but you don't need to read the others to understand the plot of the next book she's writing. Because they're based on different characters, but they tie into the overall story where they'll mention old characters, but they don't mention them in such a way that you won't know who they are. You'll basically get a small glimpse of them, and then you can go read their book. Basically, each one has their own book. Except for Dark Celebration. Dark Celebration is basically where they all got together for a holiday and had their own little thing there. But basically, the inside reads, as brutal as the undead he hunted, Zachary Stella Cruz was a master executioner. Over the long dark centuries, he plunged into so many battles they blurred into an endless lifetime of evil that hardened his soul. This merciless, ruthless, implacable, I guess is word, Dark Predator. Now his dark and savage journey is over. After 1,000 years of a gray world, he has accomplished everything he set out to do. His brothers are safeguarded, each found a woman who completes him, and they are at peace. For his brothers, Zacharias has walked the edge of madness, both centuries as a killing machine now left to the past, and without a hunt to define him, Zacharias wonders for the first time in his life who he really is. The answer awaits him back home in Peru, an unexpected betrayal and in the vengeance of an old enemy, and inevitable consequences of a bloody family legacy, and the deliverance of a life mate he never could have imagined. So, there's that. Hopefully I didn't go too fast for you. I tend to speed up a bit when I get nervous with reading, because I can't really pronounce a lot of words very well. Not a lot of words, but a few particular words I can't pronounce very well. That's just what the cover looks like. She has Dark Storms coming out in October, and she has a lot of other books that are currently out now. She does have a website, Christine, which I'll hold it up so you can see how to spell it. It's ChristineFeehan.com. You can sign up to become a member and read like the first chapter of a majority of her books. You can pre-order them off of Amazon. And no, I'm not affiliated with any of these books I'm explaining. Just if the inside description was to your liking, then I'm just telling you how you can get these books. You can also get them at Target, Books A Million, and I believe Walmart. Occasionally half-price bookstores have them, but not often do they have any of her books. Like, at least not her Dark Series books, which is what, if you look under her website, they're called Dark Series, because all the beginning of the names of the Carpathy novels start with Dark. Like Dark Prince, Dark Magic, Dark Destiny, and so on and so forth. But that by far is my favorite book by her to date. If you are into like the whole vampires and that kind of thing, but not like Twilight, 'cause this is nothing like that, and thank God. Sorry, but I was not a fan of Twilight. When I read the books, I thought they were okay, but everybody, when it got a giant craze thing, everybody was assuming I was so into Twilight, they started buying me a bunch of stuff, and I was like, no. I didn't like them that much. But anyways, now we're on to the World of Warcraft stuff. This is Thrall, The Twilight of the Aspects by Christine Golden. Looks just like this. It was $26 at Books A Million. And I will read the back of it and let you guys determine whether or not you want to get it or not. I only know you can get this at Books A Million. I don't know where else you can get it. You can probably go to worldofwarcraft.com and see if they sell it, or go on to Amazon and see if they have it. But the back is, over 10,000 years ago, a betrayal by the mad and black dragon aspect, Deathwing, shattered the strength and unity of the Dragonflights. His most recent assault on Azeroth, the Cataclysm, has left the world in turmoil. The Maelstrom, the center of Azeroth, and stability of the horror chief Thrall, and other accomplished shamans struggled to keep the world from tearing apart in the wake of Deathwing's attack. Yet a betrayal also rages within Thrall regarding his new life in the shamanistic Earthen Ring, hampering his normal unparalleled abilities. Unable to focus on his duty, Thrall undertakes a seemingly menial task from an unexpected source. The mysterious dragon aspect, Yrsa, I can't pronounce her name, but she's the green dragon aspect, also known as Shia Dreaming or the Awakened. The humbled endeavor soon becomes a journey spanning the lands of Azeroth, and in the timeways of history itself, bringing Thrall into contact with ancient dragonflights. Divided by a conflict and mistrust, these dragons have become an easy prey to the horrific new weapons unleashed by Deathwing servants, a living nightmare engineered to exterminate Azeroth's winged guardians. Of even greater concern, a bleak and terrifying possible future glimpsed by Yrsa, the Hour of Twilight. Before the apocalyptic vision comes to pass, Thrall must purge into his own doubts in order to discover his purpose in the world and Azeroth's dragonflights as they face the Twilight of Aspects. I honestly love this book. Usually I prefer, I love it when they focus on the dragons and in the past of Azeroth instead of focusing on the current history of what's supposed to be going on. This kind of gives you an overall view of Thrall's part and everything. And then this book comes before that one. It's called The Shattering, Prelogue to the Cataclysm, also by Christine Goldman. And this one actually comes before this one. I just realized that. But I don't remember which one I read first. I think I read this one first. But anyways, I'll just read the back because I only have a bit more minutes. And then I still got this one to kind of go through. But this is like a book that has 4 books within one. And I just read Day of the Dragon in this, so I'll read the back of that after this. Or at least I'll try to. Long ago, Azeroth, destructive native elements raged across... I'll just tell you that this is a pretty much... Instead of reading the entire back, because that will take too long. But this is basically what happened, like, shortly before the Cataclysm, and how they knew the Cataclysm was about to happen, and their reactions to the Cataclysm. Goes into, basically, into, like, the Stormwind King and Thrall, leaving to become what he is in this one. And it has some really good artwork in it. I love anything with, like, the Night Elves in it, but... And it also has to do with, like, the Dwarves. Basically, all the factions are in here. Though, admittedly, I love the... like the Night Welcher things with the Night Elves. I also love anything with Blood Elves in them. I'm an elf person. And then Day of the Dragon is basically where I can't really tell if the Cataclysm had happened yet because I don't believe it had. So Deathwing is there. I think it's like it kind of tells you like it's happened after the Cataclysm, but it was when they were supposedly the Red Dragons were still enslaved to the Orcs. And this is basically how the Day of the Dragon is how the Red Dragonflight got free of the Orcs and how they destroyed the Demon Soul to help the aspects scare off Deathwing. I kind of just told you the story. I'm sorry. But it goes into a lot more detail, and honestly, it's a lot better than how I just explained it. But I'm running low on time. So this is World of Warcraft Archive. They have like 4 different stories in here. Day of the Dragon, Lord of the Clans, which is the one I'm currently on. The Last Guardian, and Of Blood and Honor. They also sell each one of these books individually, which they look about like this size. But that's just because all of this is in like larger print, is why it looks a little bit smaller. But these are really great books. I really do love all the authors. Like this has Richard K. something, Christine Golden, Jeff something, and Chris Mezen or whatever. Their names are right down here. Alright, well my time's running out. So hopefully this like introduced you to some of the books that, maybe they might interest you. If not, I have thousands of other books, and I also have a lot of DVDs too. I'll probably like do a book collection. Not going into detail, just like showing you where they're all at and what I have there. Same thing with DVDs. So those will probably be my next 2 videos up. Well, I gotta go, guys. Bye. Please comment, rate, subscribe.